Welcome to the Calm Corner podcast. My name is Elisa, and I'm your host of this podcast and the creator of the mindfulness blog and website, calmcorner.com. This podcast is for female empaths and highly sensitive people who want to experience more joy and peace in their daily life with themselves and in their relationships. In this podcast, you'll hear stories to help connect and inspire, tools to help promote calm and joy in everyday life, such as mindfulness, self-care, relationship spirituality, and guided meditations to decrease stress. Thanks for being here, and let's go right ahead. All right, let's dive into the episode. What's helping my mentee be right now? So, mentee B is this term coined by influencers, cute term, right? Which also known as mental breakdown. So, you may be going through a lot right now. You are not alone. Perhaps you just lost a loved one, a job, a source of income, or dealing with a stressful period, right? Like a upcoming wedding, for example, speaking from experience. But you know what? You got this. You found the right place. You're tuning into the podcast, and hopefully you'll gain a few tips or insights from today's episode. So we're gonna make a plan to prevent and manage your mentee B. We all know the holidays are coming up, and that can be a stressful period as well. So, this episode will talk about work, rest, and play and how to manage that so that it doesn't lead you to a mentee B. So, with work, dedicating time for financial admin. So, what this means is that finances are going to be a part of our life, whether it's a source of joy, happiness, or stress. But it's something that is certain is that we need to address them. So, whether it's sitting down to track your expenses, creating a budget, or for example, recently I was on the phone with the phone company and the internet company to really address some of the issues that I was having. And although this took a bit of time, but the outcome was that they're going to replace my phone for free because there's been issues, or that they're going to credit my home internet because, again, there's been issues and it really affected my ability to do work. Also, that financial admin means that you are tracking prices as well. So, for example, maybe you made a purchase that's within 30 days or within a time period that they might still be accepting returns, exchanges, or price adjustments, right? So, for example, with Costco.com purchase that I made, because I tracked the price of an item, I was able to monitor that there were two price drops in between the 30-day period. And guess what? I requested for the price difference, right, to be credited to my account. And voila, it did happen. So it means that, you are taking care of your finances. You're seeing how to save more money, right? How to invest some of the money, how to spend money wisely given the limited resource that we may have. Another tip in terms of financial admin could be canceling a subscription. I don't know about you, but yes, I enjoy trialing something for a certain time period, but also I get more satisfaction from canceling a subscription. So, my invitation for you is see if you can cancel a subscription for this month and see how that goes. And maybe you might not miss it at all. Um, and another tip is tapping into any unused benefits that you may have. So, from reading more of what the phone plan offers, we found out that it actually offers Netflix, right? So that we no longer have to ask a friend for a password or keep paying for that Netflix subscription when it's already provided for you for free, right? Because you're paying for the phone plan already. A quick Netflix recommendation, if you have not seen from scratch, highly recommend. Be ready to be engaged in this love story that also covers a lot of the themes of loss, right? Courage and family. So, highly recommend that for your next viewing pleasure. And also, lastly, in terms of the financial admin, I know Black Friday is coming up, and it could be really hard for you to add something to the cart and not buy it right away. But my challenge for you is like we are, less than 2 weeks away, and to see if you can write that list of things that you might need or want and wait for the sale. So again, these are some tips for you to financially manage your money and lead you to greater ease to help you manage your mentee B. Okay, a cousin of the financial admin is life admin, and today we'll be sharing tips about doing a home inventory check. So, guess what? The new year is just around the corner, and now is a really good time to dust off the old clothes that you may be keeping right tucked away in the closet or storage, and really take a hard look at it and see what you'd like to do with it. Does it still spark joy? Is the texture really rough and that you don't really like wearing it, so you don't? So yes, address, take out the clothes that's been stored, and see if you can give it away, right? Sell it. Now is a really great time to pause, reflect, and assess what you might need, and what you no longer need, and maybe someone else might have better use of them. One example is that with a home inventory check, we had a coffee grinder that's been broken, and I took it upon myself to address it, right? So I contacted the company and see if I could get a replacement, although I purchased it over a year ago, and guess what? They did. So, whether you have broken items or that maybe your shoes are falling apart, find ways to address it. Maybe it's mending them or donating it. This way, you're making room for better things that are more aligned to your values. Okay, the next area we're talking about is rest and taking care of yourself. And this may look different for everyone. And you may be rolling your eyes and wondering, how might I be able to find time to rest when I have so many things to do? Or that maybe you're very anxious and feeling very vulnerable, or just simply overwhelmed, and that it's really hard for you to pause and rest. So, this is really important because we all know that um, it being able to invite in physical activity has benefits to our mental health, right? And mentee B. So, for example, you may be inviting in more walks into your life. And these exercise need not be expensive, right? Taking a walk in your neighborhood, perhaps, and getting that fresh vitamin D first thing in the morning. I really enjoy my walks with my dog first thing in the morning. It really helps to wake me up and ease me into my day. I know some of you enjoy yoga, or perhaps challenging yourself with a Pilates course, right? But I also want to champion using what you have at home as well. I know some of you have a Peloton bike that you're not really using. right? So maybe it's giving yourself a chance and finding an instructor whom you really like to try the class again. I really enjoy classes by Emma Lovewell. So recommend her if you're looking for a new teacher. But I do enjoy doing yoga with some of the instructors there too. Resting and taking care of yourself also means that you are doing preventative care. And what that means is, for example, there's been research, shout out to um, uh, Dr. Vanderkolk with The Body Keeps the Score, right? Who recommends getting massages to really address some of the stress and tension and trauma that may be stored in your body. Your body, it knows what's going on sometimes even before you even realize it. So, if it's within your means, I highly recommend getting regular massages to help de-stress. Um, uh, Quick story that I recently got a massage and I didn't know that my body was that tense. I thought I was managing, right, the stress of wedding planning or work. And guess what? I had been super tense, and the masseuse literally like shook my body, shook my leg, because it was that tense. And so highly recommend to check out resources, and maybe it is scheduling in the time to get that Korean body scrub, get your hair done, the nails, whatever you've been looking forward to but hadn't prioritized the time. You matter too, so please take care of yourself, because we all know that you do a really great job in taking care of others, sometimes even before your own needs as well. All right, this last area we're going to talk about is play. Okay, and it's really important to not only do adult play, but also to return to these pleasant activities perhaps you've done when you were younger. So in the midst of wedding planning and everything, I'm reminded that I really enjoyed handwriting a card and that I hadn't done that in a while. I did exactly that and also got myself a stamping kit as well. And you know what? That brought me a lot of joy. So you don't need to spend a lot of money to return to a pleasant activity or discover new ones. Something that I really enjoyed and got a chance to do was also watch a live performance. I hadn't done this since pre-pandemic, so this was such a joy to be able to catch a live performance of play. Highly recommend 222, A Ghost Story, and go watch Constance Wu, Finn Rock, and others if you're in the LA area, at the Amundsen Theater, but also, supporting the community as well. I know there's also an upcoming play, The Brothers Paranormal by the East West Players, and it's written by a Thai American. So we wanted to support those of the same culture as well. So if it's within your means, do it. And a lot of times you may be surprised, but they also have access tickets or discounted tickets as well. You may have heard of Rush or lottery tickets or donation based performances as well. So make it a point to prioritize more play into your life. And then another resource is reading, right? Checking out books at the library, whether it's physical books, audiobooks, ebooks. They're free, right? And maybe your local library offers a free national park pass that you can borrow as well. Or I just requested a book through the interlibrary loan because I know that my library didn't have it, but I asked and they're getting me the book that I wanted. And lastly, tuning into some of your old favorite songs as well, which can transport you back to a time where things were easier, right? So music can definitely heal. One last tip for play is that reaching out to friends for support. Maybe it's had been a while. We all live different lives, right? Different trajectories, but maybe you miss them. So just reaching out to them, giving them a call or a text, scheduling a phone catch up sesh, or inviting them to catch. A drink or a meal with you. And maybe it's just sharing resources with friends, right? Music, play recs, book recs, job opportunities. Show them that you care and think of them, and also ask for help as well. So, yeah, it doesn't need to be complicated. And recently I recommended the Erica Taught Me podcast and Whispers to a Bride podcast to a friend as well. And lastly, one resource that I wanted to share if you're dealing with difficult mental B or mental health issues or crisis, SAMHSA's National Helpline is a resource. You can call 1-800-662-HELP, HELP, or 4357, and they will be able to provide you with confidential, free 24-hour a day, 365 days a year information service in English and Spanish for individuals and family members facing mental and or substance use disorders. So definitely get help if you need it, when you need it, and reminder that you are not alone. You are brilliant, brave, and beautiful. You can do hard things. And thank you so much for tuning in. You got this. Lastly, please consider giving me a review or just letting me know through Instagram or my website, Calm Corner, to see, how this content resonates with you. I just really want to say thank you for tuning in and taking the time to listen all the way to the end here. Have a beautiful day. All right, that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. For more information, please visit calmcorner.com. And to download a freebie as a thank you, please go to calmcorner.com/freebie to download some goodies. The password to get to the site is calmjoy. All right, see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day.